It's about 3 o'clock, and I've talked with Corey and all of his folks are here, so we're going to get started. I'm very fortunate to be able to host this event today. Chief Davenport, of course, would have loved to have done this promotion, but he had a family emergency come up late yesterday and is out of town. So I am honored to be able to do this promotion for you today, Corey, and the department is very proud of you. Would you mind coming up and sitting down? I want to do this ceremony right for you, so
thank you.
Thank you very much for and don't hesitate to correct me if I say something wrong, okay?
Okay, do that.
Just a little bit of history with Corey, and of course his name is Sergeant Corey Purvis. His wife Kim will be pinning on his badge today, and his daughter is here also, Brooklyn, right? And he has 2 sons, but they're not able to be here today. He graduated from high school in June of 1988 in Asheboro High School,
North Carolina.
Asheboro, North Carolina. He also attended Pikes Peak Community College, has a degree in criminal justice. He's an Army veteran. He was in the Army for 6 years?
8 years.
8 years.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's a great accomplishment,
Thank you,
Corey. He's received a number of awards from the police department. He's been with the police department since 1997. He's received the Medal of Valor in 2005, the Distinguished Service Award in 2008. He received the Colorado Springs PD Commander's Commendation in 2012. And of course, he's being promoted to sergeant today, July 2nd, 2018. He's worked in a variety of assignments throughout the department. He's worked in patrol, Special Victims Unit, and of course, crimes against persons. He's an in-service instructor. He teaches major case considerations. He has multiple commendation letters in his file and multiple thank you letters. I will go through a couple of those letters today, and then we will, Judge Sykes has graciously offered to be here to do your oath, and we'll do the badge pinning, and that'll be it.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Well, again, you have been heavily involved in the police department. As I said, Chief Davenport really wanted to be here for this ceremony. He left a letter that he asked me to read in his absence, so I will start with that, okay?
Yes, sir.
Dear Sergeant Purvis, I'm very sorry that I am unable to be at your promotional ceremony to sergeant. Your promotion is well earned, and I'm very proud of you. Certainly, there are some things that stick out about you that I wanted Acting Chief Bennett to share publicly at your ceremony. First off, your solid work ethic and overall moral compass is evident in your everyday work. For years, you have been working in a very important assignment, and you have many well-deserved accolades to your credit. You have sought the truth and held those who victimize others accountable for their actions. You have provided closure for many victims and families of victims. You have proven yourself a skilled investigator with the administrative courage to do what is right. Remember, sergeants are the quality control mechanism for the police department. The quality of work and service we render to our community is best and most determined by our first-line supervisors. You are entering into that most important role, and you are ready. You have earned this promotion, and I am so very, very happy for you and your family. Remember your family. It is your family that will be there when that day comes, and it comes for all of us, when you are done with this important phase of your life and your service is complete. Again, I am very happy for you and our police department. You will do well. You have earned this promotion, and I am very happy for you and your family. Warmest regards, Troy Davenport, Chief of Police. Nice letter.
Thank you.
As I mentioned, Corey has numerous letters of commendation and thank you letters. We're not going to go through them all, but there are a couple here that really denote his level of commitment and his level of achievement within the department, and so I'm going to read a couple of them. This one is from former Chief James W. Billings, and it was from 2004. Detective Corey Purvis, during February and March of 2003, several elderly citizens experienced home invasions which involved 2 men posing as handymen. Their method of operation was to go to an elderly woman's home and ask if they needed any type of work done at their homes. When one of the men distracted the women, the other would look through their home and steal items from the residents. There were no leads in these cases until Sergeant Manzanares was contacted and recognized the MO as one Willie Ariano who had used in the past. After receiving this information, you and Detective Jeff Carpenter investigated 2 cases previously reported and developed an additional 2 cases. You and Detective Carpenter were able to identify Willie Ariano and his son as suspects in all of the cases and promptly arrested them. The home invasion stopped. Ariano went to trial and was convicted and sentenced to 144 years in prison for these crimes. Corey, you are a fine example of just the kind of officer this community appreciates and this department values. The information you developed reflects your willingness to do an excellent job. You are to be commended for your dedication. I take great pleasure and pride in extending to you congratulations for a job well done. It's just one example of many of the kinds of cases that you have handled. And a lot of these cases have been extremely serious. Obviously, this one resulted in 144 years in prison. You've also been involved with other agencies, which is very commendable. Colorado Springs Police Department Commander's Commendation. On January 9, 2012, at 11:24 p.m., Colorado Springs Police Department responded to the 5900 block of Rim Ridge Court in reference to a reported dead body. Upon arrival, officers located the body of a deceased adult male whose hand and feet were bound with handcuffs. The victim appeared to have sustained gunshot wounds to his head. CSPD Homicide Unit detectives arrived at the scene and began their investigation. Through tattoos observed, the victim was identified as a Pueblo resident who has been reported as a kidnapping victim from Pueblo on the same day. CSPD homicide detectives began working with the Pueblo police detectives and learned that the victim had been kidnapped by a large group of unknown Hispanic males wielding handguns and bats from a residence in Pueblo. It was determined that the suspects were part of a drug organization selling heroin in Pueblo and Colorado Springs. In an effort to identify and arrest the suspects in this investigation, CSPD and Pueblo detectives began working on a joint investigation to solve the Pueblo kidnapping case and the Colorado Springs homicide case. The investigation required a tremendous amount of coordination during the investigation. Over 20 search warrants were obtained and executed in both Pueblo and Colorado Springs. The 2 investigative teams worked tirelessly together to successfully solve the cases. The investigation culminated with the arrest of the local head of this drug organization for first-degree murder. In addition, 2 other suspects were arrested for the murder, kidnapping, and 4 firearms, and over $87,000 worth of heroin was recovered. A 4th arrest warrant was obtained for the suspect, who remains at large. Pueblo Police Department Detective Corey Purvis is hereby commended for his dedication, teamwork, and tenacity that contributed to the successful arrest of these dangerous felons. Great job. I mean, those are the kinds of cases that you have been involved in for a long time, Corey, and the quality of your work is very much appreciated.
Thank you, sir.
There are others, but it would take us all day to read all of the letters of commendation that Detective Corey Purvis and now Sergeant Corey Purvis has. So we'll get right to the promotion, the actual promotion. Would you mind calling up your wife, and we'll do the pinning shortly. But
Yeah,
I think we'll do the.
I'll call it my beautiful wife.
Okay.
Do that honor.
Do we do the oath before or after?
You would do it before.
Okay. Would you? I'm going to turn it over to Judge Sykes for the oath.
You raise your right hand. Do you, Corey Purvis, solemnly swear or affirm that you will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States, the state of Colorado, the city charter, and the ordinances of the city of Pueblo, and that you will faithfully perform your duties as police sergeant during your employment with the City of Pueblo Police Department, and to the best of your knowledge and ability, maintain efficient service in the city, free from partisan distinction and control, so help you God?
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Judge Sykes, for doing that. It is time to pin on your sergeant's badge. Here you go. Thank you very much.
I didn't tell me I had to take that.
Also is your new ID that says Sergeant Corey Purvis. Thank you very much. Would you like to make a statement to anyone?
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming down. I've worked with most of you throughout my career, and I think in this room we all hold the same standards, and I expect that we increase on those, and we become better every day, work as a team. I'm thankful for my wife and daughter being here today, and just looking forward for the opportunity that the police department has given me, and I can't wait to get started. Thank you very much.
There's a great crowd here today. I want to thank everyone for showing up to support Sergeant Purvis. There's a lot of great people in this room. We've got a great department, and we're just adding to the greatness every day with the personnel that we have. So thank you all for being here and for taking the time to come. Please do stay for cake and punch. Congratulate Corey and share stories. But thank you again, and we'll look forward to working with you as a sergeant.